And here we go, guys. Join me as I challenge myself to master the French bob. We're taking this wolf cut to the ever-trending French bob haircut. And I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this current trend. So did you know 1 in 5 celebrities have worn this look at some point in their life? And the French bob hairstyle is becoming the must-have look this season. Let's get straight into it. A very, very simple technique, sectioning pattern, and we're going to rock the French bob. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to wet down this look. This is the wolf cut from the previous video. If you want to check that out, you can check that out up here. This was basically cut in 2 sections with my fists to create this really rock and roll wolf cut look. I took the section up in my fist here, cut it off, and we were left with this. No refining, anything. The curly hair does it wonders, and that's why we're going to be turning it into a French bob. So we just want to be wetting this mannequin down. And we're going to start work on the sides because we want to put it right in on that jawline. And it gives us a great starting point to work from. You can see it's already got a really cool fringe. So I'm going to be tweaking it slightly. If you are new to this channel, I like to keep hair cutting and colour techniques very, very simple, quick and efficient. So if you aren't a hairdresser and you just want to get straight into the haircut, jump to here, and that's where I'm going to start cutting the hair. If you're a hairdresser, you want to understand the section pattern and how to do it all, stick around. So we're going to be working from the high point of the head, which is there, which brings us to a section just behind the ear. And that's basically going to separate the bulk of the hair at the back and just give us this tiny section at the front where we're going to put the length in, and then we can continue around the back. Again, we're just going to high point of the head, make sure that's straight. We're just going to brush or comb. I always say brush when I'm using a comb, and I say comb when I'm using a brush. Weird. So I'm just going to section out this back section, and that is literally by twisting it and then just putting a clip in it. I'm going to grab a stool because I'm going to be cutting, actually, lift it up. Today's choice of scissors are going to be my wings. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to section out with my thumb. Again, you could use a clip, but the hair stays out of the way. Why use more tools and effort when the hair just sits? I'm one for making my job as easy and simple as possible and as efficient as possible. Because when you're working in the salon and you're having to cut and colour so many clients' hair, you're always trying to find quicker and easier and efficient ways, not just for us, but for clients as well. They don't want to be sitting in the salon all day. So one of the great things is Joico's Quick Tones and Lumi 10 colours as well. So, right, here we go. I love the curl on this, and I'm going to be cutting freehand. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to comb it down to make sure we're detangled, and I'm going to be looking at the jaw, the chin, sorry. And we're just going to cut there. And this is curly. So what's it going to do? Pop up. Beautiful. So that's where we're going to be to start with. And I'm just going to section again across and bring this down. Because it's already got layers in it, we don't have to do too much. And that's the beauty of clients. Like clients come into the salon and they've got different haircuts in, layering and everything like that. So this is something that is very relatable to the salon floor. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the wide teeth of my comb because I don't want to create too much tension. But because it is curly, I just need some control when it comes to cutting this. And all I'm doing is just putting in a blunt line. And then look, we comb that down and it doesn't even reach. But we're going to adjust these layers in a second. So I'm just going to twist this to here, comb across, make that stick out of the way. And we're looking at that chin. So we're going to be coming through there. Like so. And then the next section. drop down. Wide tooth of the comb, or wide teeth of the comb, because it just gives us less tension on that hair, but just gives us a little bit more control. Let's see if any of that comes down. Tiny, tiny bit. There we go. So there is the front done. Simple as that. Now, the reason we've done that is because we've got a guide here and a guide here. We can see that that's exactly the same length. So what we're going to do now is we are going to just draw from the middle of the ear, which will come across the occipital bone. If people's occipital bones are there, again, head shapes differ. On clients, on the mannequin, the occipital bone is around about there where we've come through. And we're going to be cutting this to the hairline. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow this shape all of the way around like this. Again, just combing down lightly just to detangle. And again, free-handing, coming across, and then let's just tidy up that mannequin's hairline. There. So we're right on that hairline, which just makes sure that we're going to get a really nice blunt full shape. Again, section across, we're going to go about an inch, but we're just working just below the curvature of the head. For hairdressers out there who really like points of reference, like myself, I really like to remember these points like temple, recession, occipital bone, curvature, hairline, and it just makes me just work more efficiently and understand haircuts that, say, next time when I'm doing it, I can write, whoop, I'm doing it next time on the client's client card. I can write sections taken here, here, and here. We cut it to here. Then I know exactly what we did last time. If they want the same, we can do it again. If not, I know exactly where I cut from. So if we're looking at changing, I know what I did. Right. Just cutting straight across here. And I'm just using the underneath as my guide. Now this last section, we'll just do it in 3 because this is already layered, so minimal, if anything, is going to fall into our length. Tiny, tiny bit. Again, I'm just going to use my comb just to control it that little bit and just take off what's needed. And there we go. That is the perimeter done on that chic looking French barb. Look at it, looks great. Right, I'm going to show you now how we can put in some layering really quite simply with this. What we want to do is we want to find just a middle part, and I would say about an inch. This has already been cut on top, so this is already going to be quite short. So I don't really know how much is going to come up here. I'm just going to take this straight up to the ceiling, and I'm just taking off, what's that, about an inch. That's what's coming off. And then what I'm going to do is draw a line through there, and I'm just going to bring that up to the middle, and then whatever reaches, again, another inch through there. And then this won't reach, but if it did, I would do exactly the same like that and take that up. But what that's going to do is it's just going to soften off this shape and make it sort of kick out and flick out a little bit more. And we're going to do exactly the same on this side. So again, let's grab that section, or our first guide. We're then going to bring it straight up to the ceiling. There we go, another inch. And I'm just point cutting just because it just, again, quickens up the process, because we will still refine, but it just gives us a bit of a softer shape rather than putting in all of these blunt lines. And there we go. And that's not going to reach. And then how we're going to work through the back is I'm just going to pull a section from that front piece just there, and there it is, the tiniest of bits. And I'm just going to, if any of this reaches, I don't really think it's going to, just going to pull it up into the middle. Doesn't reach. And doesn't reach. There we go, guys. That is the French bob. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some product in there. Going to get some Joyful volumizing from Joico. Going to get some Joy Whip. I'm just loving those products, those two products at the minute, just for volume and definition in curls. And it's really quite cool to be able to be working on some curly mannequins. I did one the other week. I'll show you. This was another one of the shapes that I did. So it's a little bit like a graduated bob, but a little bit more technical. A little bit longer at the front, a little bit texture disconnection in there. I love that shape. But I can just see already, like that fringe looks great already. That was the wolf cut fringe that was in there, or the butterfly bangs, or whatever people are still calling them. I call it a nice fringe. But there we go. That is the French bob, and we're just going to wait for that to dry off a little bit once we've got the product in there, and then I'll bring you the finished result. And here we go, guys. This is the French bob reveal. This is the finished result. Have a look. A nice little blunt line there. Bit of graduation because of how the curl popped up, because I was bringing it down. Beautiful. The fringe goes with it great. This is a bang on trend haircut for 2024, 2025, and this foreseeable future. So if you're watching this in 2028, give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you're watching it now. But that is the big trend, taken from a wolf cut to a French bob, because why not? So if you've enjoyed this video, check out this video and see what you think about this technique next. But thank you so much for watching. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.